One of the age-old questions in professional wrestling is, does the championship make the wrestler, or does the wrestler make the championship? I think for the most part, it's the wrestler that makes the championship. You're seeing that now with the World Heavyweight title. Maybe not right now. I don't know with Damian Priest. We'll see what he can do with the belt. But Seth Rollins took that World Heavyweight title and tried to put his name, his branding behind it, his credibility behind it to give it a little bit of to give it that boost, right? To give it that world title credibility. And for the most part, that's the case. You know, the top guys hold the world title, and thus it gives that world title credibility. It's defended in major main events, major pay-per-views, big build-ups, you know, all that prestige, all that value goes into the belt. So when that happens and you have all that goodwill in a world title, every once in a while you can take that goodwill on that world title and you can put it on somebody that's nowhere near the world title picture and instantly elevate them to the world title picture. Enter Jinder Mahal. Of course, they did this. A fine example of this, too, was with JBL. Remember? He was fucking with the APA. Almost doing nothing. It was like at the end of the APA run, sitting backstage, smoking cigars, drinking beers. He beats up fucking Farouk, and then wears a cowboy hat all of a sudden, and now he's the rich millionaire businessman coming in, the oil tycoon type guy, and he wins the world title, and it's believable because the world title had enough credibility that when he wins it, it's an instant elevator. And Jinder Mahal was exactly the same thing. People were really caught off guard when Jinder Mahal won the WWE Championship, but it elevated him believably, almost believably anyway, at least in the vein of JBL, to a main eventer. And he held that belt for 6 months. They really gave him a run with it. So how did that come about? And what was Jinder's thoughts on winning the world title? Was it just because they wanted to break into India? Was that it? Was it just we need a top guy Indian star so we can break into that Indian market? Or was it something else? Let's hear it from the man himself, Jinder Mahal.
When did they start to see you as someone different?
Okay,
than just the 3MB guy?
So Vince appreciates good physique, not just because it's a good physique, but he understands the discipline it takes and the hard work it takes.
Yeah.
Especially with the schedule at that time, the amount of live events we were doing, and WWE is a place that they reward hard work. So, but also that hard work met the right opportunity. At that time, I had done the spot with Gronk at WrestleMania, and I remember WrestleMania week in Orlando. I'm at the hotel and I see Road Dogg in the hallway, and he's like, "Hey, Jinder, big things after WrestleMania coming for you." I said, okay. I'm thinking maybe like we move up to the IC level or a US Championship level, you know, a little bit more TV time, which is good. So draft happened, got drafted to SmackDown, and Rusev was actually supposed to work Randy at that pay-per-view. Rusev gets hurt, he has shoulder surgery, and I guess I was just picked. We had a 6-pack challenge match. Before the match, Randy told me, he's like, I think it's just a one-off because I'm still supposed to work Rusev. It's okay, whatever. It's great. I get a number one contender match at Backlash in Chicago. Okay, great. Even if that's it, just one title shot. I was just released not even a year ago.
Yeah.
And then I don't know what changed. I got some momentum leading up to Backlash. Cut a couple promos Vince really liked, and I found out the day of, like the afternoon, say maybe like 5 p.m. I seen Road Dogg in the hallway. He said, "Hey, you're going over." Randy went and talked to Vince. We put the finish together, and that was it.
Man, so what a wild ride! I feel like there's a certain amount of like disrespect that's attached to you being WWE champion.
Yeah,
and I'm sure you feel it.
Yeah.
Why?
You know what it is? People think that I was just given it, like I've heard, because of India, but I was the same when I got released. And if I didn't have that transformation and really have that mindset change and apply myself fully, I wouldn't have became WWE champion.
Yeah.
Like, yes, it's a business, but so is every other champion. Like, WWE is a business. So I think people believe like I wasn't deserving of it. I was just given it because of, we want to expand in India. But India was there while I was released, when I was in 3MB, when I debuted.
Yeah.
The market's always been big since Great Khali.
And people forget that it was not just a few weeks that you held the title. It was 6 months.
6 months, yeah.
It's a real title reign.
That clip from the Insight podcast with Chris Van Vliet. Poor Chris Van Vliet got this interview prior to Jinder being released, so they did not talk about the release at all in the interview. In fact, there was a good conversation about how Jinder overcame his prior release and took it as motivation and stuff. Sadly, he's released again. Hopefully, he lands on his feet again. There's already rumors or pushes for AEW to sign Jinder. Of course, they will, because it's all ex-WWE guys, right, that they love to sign. Let's talk about that. Quick sidebar here before we get into Jinder's title run, because I see this a lot, this criticism of AEW signing all of ex-WWE guys. Like, what are these wrestlers? What are you supposed to do with all of these ex-wrestlers that are talented, that are draws, that are like, should all these guys just sit at home or work for TNA or work on the indies or just do the fucking autograph circuits or fucking go work at Walmart as a door greeter? Like, what do you expect all of these released wrestlers to do? Or these wrestlers that are looking for more money than they would have gotten in WWE? Like, literally, I don't know what you get. It's the wrestling business. Independent contractors. Wrestlers are independent contractors. They're going to go work for whoever's willing to pay them money. It doesn't matter where they got their start or how long they were there. The wrestling, it's not about creating wrestling stars. Yes, you want to create your own stars. Yes, you want to be able to have your homegrown top stars in the mix with those ex-WWE guys. So I'm going to tell you right now, if Adam Copeland is sitting on the couch at home eating Cheetos and he wants to come work for my wrestling company, am I going to turn him down because, well, I don't want to have too many ex-WWE guys? It's going to give a bad impression to people on the internet. So you keep sitting home and eating Cheetos and figure something else out to do with your life. And I'm going to keep pushing whoever the fuck, right? Homegrown, generic. I'm going to keep pushing Jack Perry. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to build behind Jack Perry and Luchasaurus, Kill Switch, whatever the fuck. And I'm going to say, fuck Adam Copeland. I don't know what you guys want. What do you got? How do you expect this to work? Wrestlers work for wrestling companies. You have two choices when those talents become available. You can let them sit home on the couch or end up going to work for somebody else, or you can sign them and hope it helps build your company. What would you do if you ran a wrestling company? All these people out here saying, all ex-WWE guys. You're just going to let all these people, these great talents, sit home because you don't, for what? Because you don't want to give the impression that you're just all ex-WWE guys? Newsflash. WWE hires independent contractors. And sometimes those contracts come up. And at those times, maybe WWE has another offer for them. Maybe they don't. Maybe it's a lower offer. Maybe we don't got nothing for you. Maybe it is a bigger offer, but you think that you're worth more than that big offer. And you think you can get more. That's what an independent contractor is, bro. So they go out and they work for whatever wrestling company is willing to take them or pay them money. Now, if you're signing just bottom of the barrel, like if you're going to go out and you're going to try to build your company around like Curtis Axel. Oh, I signed Curtis Axel. You know, if they picked up like 2.0 when 2.0 left fucking NXT and they're like, let's build our company around these guys. Then yeah, that's a little embarrassing maybe, but maybe not even. Maybe, you know, you take a guy that couldn't get over in WWE and you make him a huge star in your company. That's a win too. I just don't know where this comes from. So all of that to say, I don't know how you do it other than let all of these talents sit home just so you don't give the impression that you're hiring ex-WWE guys. I think that's a bad business plan, don't you? With Jinder Mahal, should they bring Jinder Mahal in? I would. Why not? Why not? Why not bring Jinder Mahal into the company? He's going to pop that territory in India for you. No, I don't know if I would bring Jinder Mahal in or not. Jinder Mahal has always been kind of boring to me. He never really got over with me. Though, going back to what I was talking about earlier, I do appreciate his title run. I like that when you're able to take the equity in a world title and you're able to put it on a mid-card guy or a lower-card guy, even in the case of Jinder. You're only able to do that every once in a while. I think the last time, like I said, was JBL. I can't think of anybody else off the top of my head, though I'm on the spot staring at a bright-ass light. So, you know, it's going to fog my memory probably a little bit if you can think anybody else that's had that sort of, been able to come to prominence in the main event spot by using the value of the world title to get them over and not using their value to keep the world title over. You know, you can't do that all the time because then you're going to lower the value of the title down to a mid-card status. You know, I think that was a problem back in the earlier 2000s of the WWE. They used the world heavyweight title, the one that they got from that Eric Bischoff brought back in and gave to Triple H from WCW. I think there was a point in time where they used that as, yeah, this is our world championship, but really the WWE championship is the world championship, right? That really goes on the top guy. The world title just kind of goes on a guy, you know, like that's when CM Punk under the fucking Straight Edge Society, CM Punk obviously a huge star and that helped build him. So it wasn't for naught, but when he held that title first, when he was in the Straight Edge Society and he was looking like Jesus and he had Luke Gallows and stuff with him, he was not a top star level world champion yet. And they did it, you know, they put it on Mark Henry, not a top star world champion. And a whole number, you know, I'm not going to go through the entire lineage, but you get the point. That title was essentially Booker T. That title was essentially a mid-card title that was put on top guys as like a fucking consolation prize or something. But sometimes you can use that title and you can just fucking make a guy. And they did it. I thought they did it with Jinder Mahal. I think Jinder Mahal's value is significantly higher than it would have been had he not won that title. I think it was a good, fun move to do, to switch things up, just to throw things in the air. And it really speaks to the fact that Matt Cardona always says, and this is the one takeaway, if there's any wrestlers listening or anybody listening at all, because it's a Jinder Mahal clip and it's the end of the clip here. So chances are literally nobody's listening. But if you are, you know, it does speak to the work ethic and the always ready mentality. Stay ready, because Jinder got this title because Rusev got hurt, and then this changed and then that changed. It's like, okay, well, how about Jinder? What, Jinder? Yeah, let's flip it to Jinder for a little bit. Why not? Shake things up, have a little fun, make a guy. And he was able, say what you want about his ability to draw or his long-term place as a top star in the business. You know, it really didn't make him a top star main eventer in the long run, but I thought he carried it credibly. You know, he started wearing the suits, and he had the headdress on, and he had the fucking lackeys that came out with him, and I thought that whole presentation was really, really good. It reminded me of JBL's run a lot. And when you build up, you put it on a heel like that, especially, and you build him up, you're setting it up for a huge babyface win to triumph over that guy in the end. And I don't know, I just thought it was a good move. I do like Jinder. I think he's kind of boring. He doesn't do it for me as far as like, oh, I need to watch this guy or anything. But I think he carries a lot of credibility and could be used. I think he's an asset to a company. I think he can be used by other people if they want to. I think he could be used as a semi-main eventer. He's not going to draw you any money, but he can work with top guys as a dastardly heel to help build them up and get them over. I don't know. I don't know where he'll end up. I don't know if AEW should, just because they have been getting that criticism of signing all the ex-WWE guys. And I know I just spent a great deal of time arguing why that's stupid to begin with. But you don't want to just pick up every free agent that hits the market. I'm sure there's others that might be more valuable. Cameron Grimes, for example. Maybe you want to go with a Cameron Grimes instead of a Jinder. You know, but Jinder was certainly hindered by his release. And, you know, I wish him all the best, man. It sucks. It really sucks, especially learning how hard he took it when he got released. You know, he was drinking and shit for a bit. And he said he was kind of fell out of shape and was just taking indies as like the washed up ex-WWE guy. And hopefully he doesn't fall into that again. Hopefully he stays ready, and hopefully he, you know, pops up and can be ready for a whole new run somewhere else, whoever decides to pick him up.
Oh yeah, thanks for checking out the video. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like it if you liked it. Yeah. You can check out full episodes each and every Sunday right here on the channel. Ooh yeah, dig it!